Well, many thanks for joining us. You are watching Focus on Africa. I'm Wahiga Mwaura. Let's begin the bulletin in Ethiopia, which is undergoing sweeping economic reforms. People can now buy and sell foreign currency at rates determined by market forces after the country's central bank set free its local currency known as the birr. After the reforms were announced this morning, the birr's value against the US dollar dropped by around 30%. This could see an increase in the cost of goods and services in the country. Now, last December, Ethiopia became the third African country after Zambia and Ghana to default on its government debt. Analysts say the new regulation was promoted by the IMF. So, will this new shift help the country in receiving a bailout? Dr. Gutu Teso, an economist, gave me his reaction.
IMF has been influencing during the past 30, 40 years, pushing publicly and also behind the scene. And the past leaders have resisted, but at least accepted a managed floating exchange rate. That is how $1 equals 5 birr has come to now where it is.
Do you see any positive outcomes out of this move? But also, what are your fears regarding what could happen if it doesn't work as the government had envisioned?
Such type of exchange rate regime would serve a purpose if the economy would have industrialized, if our exports are in bulk, if our global market destinations are many, if our export base are broader, and then also if the domestic situation invites foreign direct investments. Such type of policy regime would have brought a significant move forward in terms of improving the economy. But now, given the reality on the ground, how the market is currently functioning, how the foreign direct investment is looking like, and also how the peace and the stability situation is happening on the ground, I'm afraid to say it would really bring some positive outcomes. But there are rather my fears on the other side. Inflation would soar very quickly. Investment would become more unpredictable. Income inequality would literally be growing. Social stability is going to be really challenged. The import-export gap would really grow. I'm sure the government will take some other measures that would really support and control an Ethiopian currency not to go in any further devaluation.
Prior to this announcement by the Ethiopian government, how has Ethiopia previously determined the value of its currency, and how is that now set to change?
In the olden days, Ethiopia used to follow a fixed exchange rate regime where the government and the national bank sets the terms between foreign currencies and Ethiopian birr. But during the last 30 years, Ethiopia used to follow what we call a floated but managed float exchange rate, where the national bank does a control, but there is a change from time to time, depending on the macroeconomic situation, depending on the relationship between the creditors and other international financial institutions.
Previously, there has been talk of a difference between the currency rates listed in the markets and in forex bureaus. Is that going to change now with this move?
That is really what is fascinating us. Rumors are coming out as of today that the parallel market has already gone high. It used to be like around $1, 115 birr. As of now, what we are hearing is it has already jumped to 140. So the presumption that used to be that the gap between the formal and the parallel market will get narrowed is really unlikely as we are seeing it now.